Come with me, if you will, on an extraordinary journey. We're not traveling across vast oceans or into the depths of space. Instead, we're venturing back through the mists of time. We're going to a world that existed long before cities, long before farms, long before the written word. This is the world of our earliest ancestors, a time when humanity was just beginning to find its feet. It's a story of survival, innovation, the incredible resilience of the human spirit. Imagine the air, crisp and clean, filled with sounds we no longer hear. The world we're entering is both familiar and profoundly different. The sky above is the same one we see today, with the same sun and the same moon. But the land below is wild and untamed. Great herds roam freely across endless grasslands. Towering forests are home to creatures both magnificent and fearsome. Our ancestors were not masters here, but a small part of a vast ecosystem. To understand who we are now, we must first understand who they were then. We must walk in their footsteps and see the world through their eyes. This is not just a story of the past, it is our story. Every one of us carries a legacy from these early people. It's written in our DNA, in our instincts, and in our remarkable ability to adapt and to create. The challenges they faced laid the foundation for the world we live in today. From the first stone tool they chipped to the first story told around a crackling fire, their journey is what made our own possible, an adventure driven by curiosity and cooperation. Who were these early humans, our distant relatives? Let us look closer. They walked upright on two legs, freeing the hands to transform the world. Bodies strong and lean, made for constant movement. Different faces, pronounced brow ridges, larger jaws, but eyes alive with curiosity. Africa was a mosaic, dense forests, wide savannas, golden grasses, and scattered acacias. The land gave food and water, and housed powerful predators. Clever, adaptable, cooperative minds were rewarded. Their brains were growing in size and complexity. Memory of food and water, sense for seasons and animal behavior. They solved problems and planned for the future. Life was an endless challenge, finding sustenance, avoiding danger. Gathering edible plants, ripe fruits, nutritious nuts, protein-rich insects was reliable but demanded encyclopedic knowledge. A missed harvest could mean hunger for all. Early on, they scavenged, stealing meat from larger predators, a razor's edge risk. It took speed, timing, and teamwork. Each hunt was a life-or-death gamble. Injuries could be fatal. Success brought protein and fat, fuel for growing brains and hard lives. Shelter ranged from shade to overhangs to coveted caves. Caves protected from weather, and prowlers of the night. Lions, saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, vigilance saved lives. The story of humanity is the story of our hands. Struck stone birthed sharp flakes, a revelation. Crude to us, revolutionary to them. Sharp stone did what teeth and fingernails could not. Tools opened new foods and a fighting chance. First, fire was terror. Then someone dared to harness it. Learning to make fire changed everything. Warmth, protection, cooked food. Around the hearth, people gathered, shared, and felt safe. Here, the first communities began to take shape. As their brains grew more complex, something magical began. They thought beyond food and safety, toward imagination and symbolism. Creativity bloomed, symbolic thought took root. Deep in caves of France and Spain, they painted. With ochre and charcoal, they made breathtaking images. Great beasts run across stone, alive with knowledge and respect. Why so deep? Rituals, stories for the young, or awe made visible. Language advanced, beyond grunts to structured speech. Words let them plan, coordinate, and warn. Storytelling taught, bonded, and preserved culture before writing. Early humans were not content to stay in one place. Climate, resources, and curiosity set them in motion. Not a single march, but slow expansions over millennia. They sought herds and favorable lands, one valley at a time. New tools, tailored hides, and they thrived in the ice. They learned unfamiliar animals and gathered different plants. Each challenge sparked innovation and resilience. On the road, they met others, sometimes us, sometimes different humans. They met Neanderthals in Europe and Asia. Were they peaceful or violent? They traded and competed. Genetic traces show interbreeding, Neanderthal echoes in many today. Ideas, technologies, and genes flowed between groups. A new tool or better hunt strategy could spread, speeding culture. Meeting, mixing, moving on, fundamental to our story. Humanity became a connected network long before roads. They were the first global citizens, pioneers of the unknown. Their courage and curiosity carried us across continents and into ourselves. As numbers grew, true communities formed, several families bound by culture. They returned to rich places season after season. Cooperation was the bedrock. No one survived alone for long. Hunts required strategy and shared risk. Plant foods often sustained most calories, children were cared for together. Rules and traditions, leaders by respect, customs for sharing and resolving disputes, kept order. Camps became schools, skills flowed down generations, art, music, and ritual flourished. Shamans may have guided ceremonies. Adornments signaled identity and status, selves within society. Toolkits advanced, beautifully crafted, symmetrical hand axes. Specialized blades and scraper forms boosted efficiency. The atlatl extended the arm, force, accuracy, and safety at range. Reliable food enabled bigger, more settled communities. Long-distance trade began. Stone and shells traveled far. Trade built alliances, shared information, and linked communities. The ancient roots of a global economy took hold. Most profound was a cognitive leap, behavioral modernity. Abstract thought, symbolism, and shared culture passed through time. This was the final step on the road to becoming us. We feel a deep connection to these pioneers. Their beasts and wilds seem remote, but they are our ancestors. The ingenuity that chips stone builds cities and computers. The creativity that colored caves makes our art, music, and literature. When we solve together, we echo the ancient hunt. When we gather and tell stories, the communal hearth lives on. We still marvel at the same sun and wonder under the same stars. They were the first to stand, to dream, and to set out, linking us